So today we're going to be talking about the small backyard ideas for your backyard space. Let's check it out. So the first design over here, what we have here is a basic bench, which is right over here, which is leaning against a green wall, which sort of offers that cooling element when you're in this outdoor space. I really do think small spaces can make an ultimate space for a backyard, because it offers that romantic enclosure, that romantic feeling, especially if you design it really well. Like for this one, you have, you know, the the outdoor walls over here with the plants over here as well. I would even suggest maybe to put herbs over here so that you can have a living green wall of herbs whereby if you come out from the kitchen, you can just pluck your herbs, go cook. Really convenient. And then you see on this flooring, you have the pebbles and basically a little cozy pathway that leads you directly to the bench, which is quite cool. There was actually a study I did once, I think in school, whereby they mentioned that if your back is against the wall or if your back is against a bench, you feel more relaxed. So, and you're even more relaxed if you have things like nature, behind you. So this is actually pretty cool, this green wall over here. And then in this design that we have, basically have a simple, this actually reminds me of sort of like a bohemian, type of backyard design idea, where you have like earth colored elements, like pillars on the floor, a simple carpet, some elements of like chairs on the sides, and then you have a simple umbrella. I really love these types of like backyard simple designs because you're not constructing anything. You're just placing things in a very smart and cool looking way, you know, and it looks like it's basically in a place whereby it can get like lots of shade as well, especially if you have this tree over here. And then if you see over here, there's a little bit of roof, so maybe the shadow comes in over here as well, but this is a really good relaxation area for a small backyard space. So for this one over here, I think it's almost the same as the first image, but this one, the only difference is that you have hanging plants. So I feel as though hanging plants can actually create sort of like this, for me anyway, this tropical feel, or maybe just a relaxation feel. It feels as though like the plants are like mini waterfalls, for example. The plants are just like drooping down over here whilst you're sitting on the bench, sipping on your tea. It's quite relaxing. I actually like this cozy little landscape design right here. So this next one right here is pretty cool because I think it just utilizes the space in a smart way. So it's got two roles in the space. The first role, if you see in the back here, it's a cozy area where people can just relax, talk, just enjoy themselves. And then you have this main area right over here, which is basically your area whereby you have your tables, your chairs, people gonna have a nice little dinner outside, and then you have your plants on the sides over here. So this is very simple. And then over top here, you see there's a little bit of lighting as well. So it's a very simple idea. And I think it's really cool because you're just making the space function in a very simple way, sitting and eating, and then just adding a couple of plants to the sides. But what I would have liked is maybe a little bit of more green on these walls, just to like soften these walls a little bit better and then just make a little bit more, nicer to look at. So yeah, that's basically I think what I wanted to talk about, in terms of like landscape design ideas for your small backyard. So also, do you know what would be really cool is just having more lighting, in the space. But yeah, luckily you're in luck because there's a video right over here that talks about outdoor lighting. Check it out.